What's up, everybody? Tindo here, and there's a lot going on today's episode. We've got to put some stuff away here in the game room. We have got to ship off some stuff. We sold some stuff on TindosTrash.com. This is pretty awesome. And then also what we're going to do today, this is pretty cool. We're going to talk about my PSP collection. We haven't really dived very deep into my PSP collection here on the channel, so stick around. We're going to do that. And then also, Hannah's going to do some streaming on the channel. So if you're watching this, the stream's already happened, but it's going to be a good time. So stick around and check it out. That there's Hannah Warrior Princess. Got to put some magazines away. I actually woke up really early this morning and did some work in the game room off camera. Should have waited and maybe done it on camera, but I got all of my magazines, my different magazine sets in numerical order, and I've been needing to do that for a long time. So here's some art prints that we sold on TindosTrash.com yesterday. We weren't able to get them shipped out because I did not realize there were limitations to the size of envelopes. So this is way outside the parameters that they allow you to pay for an envelope. So I've got to make it a package and make sure that that's not going to cost us way more. But let's put in the information and see, because when I typed the information in for the size and wait for this for package, it didn't give me any problems, and it said, okay, $3. Let's see how much it goes up when I actually select box now. This is a bit of a learning curve. We have lots of packaging sizes for stuff that we sell on eBay, et cetera, that you know, we've got the parameters put in, so all we got to do is click this box size when we post the item. It has not been so simple with these art prints because we've never shipped them before. All right, add package. What did you say the dimensions were? All right, and then the other order, we've got two more orders. One of them is a Game Boy Advance stand. That ought to be pretty simple. If you haven't checked these out already, go to TindosTrash.com. I've sold about 25, 30 of them in the last week or so. We've got stands for Game Boy Advance. I forget what else now. Basically, all of your Nintendo handhelds, and then some Wiimotes are the latest ones. But just need to ship this one out. And then we do have one more order today that's not going to go out. My mother, I kid you not, I just got a ding on my phone like 10 minutes ago, right before we started filming. It was like, ding, you sold a Tindo t-shirt on TindosTrash.com. Looked at the name and address. It was my mom. Thanks, Mom. So check this out. This here is a bag full of clocks, and while Hannah is packaging everything up to get to the post office, I'm going to go ahead and hang all these clocks up on this wall. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you probably know that I have taking some of my custom-made artwork and putting it on the faces of clocks and selling it. Now, actually, all of the ones that I have made thus far, you guys have actually bought. That's incredible. I couldn't fathom that was going to happen. But I do want to, when the coronavirus and everything is over, I want to make sure that I have a big stock of them to sell at my toy booth. So I will keep posting these online just in case somebody wants whatever individual ones I make. That's cool. If people keep buying them, it's really going to be wild, but that's not the point. I want to have a bunch of them. When our toy booth is back open, I want to have like 20 or 30 of them of all different art kinds on the wall. And I'm not going to do that in today's video. We're not doing any custom clocks on today's video. But I do want to hang these clocks up even though I don't have the artwork in them yet. Now, why do I want to do that? Why do I just want a wall full of clocks? Well, I guess to explain that, I'd have to explain how the artistic part of my brain works, okay? When it comes to making art or drawing or even writing, anything like that, it's very hard for me to just sit down and do it without the proper inspiration that my brain requires, okay? So what I like to do is visually, I kind of like to collect things in my mind and put them in little folders, if you will. I like to look at things for a while, and once I've kind of been inspired by enough different external forces, so like, you know, on these clocks, I'll have these on the wall, and I'll be like, oh, I'll look at this white clock every day, and I'll kind of, you know, I'll have another part of my brain that's kind of focused on some of the art prints I've already made and some of the ones I'm working on. And eventually, if I just look at things just right, it'll click. And I'll go, oh, that white frame would look good with this art. And I'll do it. I've spent a lifetime, you know, following creative endeavors, if you will. These are hard to put on. I don't want to drop them. I've already dropped a couple clocks. I've spent a lifetime doing creative stuff. And in spending a lifetime of doing creative stuff, I've learned how to trick my brain into doing what I needed to do. And this is what this is. This is not really stuff I usually say out loud, so it's probably going to sound a little bit crazy to some of you, but If I look at these long enough, I'll eventually walk by and I'll stop here dead in my tracks and I'll go, that needs to be a Pokemon clock. Let's go. So let's get these hung up. Let's make a wall of clocks. This is gonna look wild. But we'll get this done, then we'll go drop off those packages. All these clocks are gonna be on the wall and not actually working. So I'm not gonna put batteries in all of them, that'd be a waste. My wall of clocks. I don't really have the best nails for this either. They're all either too big or too small. Very nice. Also, if you're watching this and you've seen some of the custom clocks we've made and you've got any ideas, or not really ideas, but like if you've seen my artwork and you think, oh, this character or this thing I like would be cool, Nintendo's art style, and maybe even on a clock, definitely comment it below. Definitely comment it below. I'm not promising I'll make it, but you know, I'm always open to inspiration. Maybe you can throw something out there that I put in my brain, and maybe we'll do it. Ooh, look, a red clock that I dropped. I dropped 2 of these clocks yesterday, and it's just ripped. It's just ripped, fam. Got a little crack in it. It's got a little character, you know what I'm saying? I should just leave a camera rolling right here all day long, so when Patrick walks out of his room, I know exactly what he'll do. He'll go, that was a good impression, wasn't it? Oh, look, I found more clocks. I've kind of just got them laying everywhere. Our landlord's going to send somebody by for inspections, as happens once or twice a year. They're going to see this and be like, this dude's a hoarder. Why he got all these clocks? It's like, the video games I can understand, but why do you have 6,000 clocks? It's for the art, man. It's for the art, you know what I'm saying? All right, well, there it is. There's my kooky wall of clocks. You walk into my house and you're like, what's wrong with this guy? Is that all of them?
Yeah.
It's not a whole lot, is it?
We shipped out about half of yesterday's orders yesterday. So.
Yeah, so not every day can be Monday, huh? So today is Tuesday, so we don't have a lot else going on, except for on Tuesdays, we usually do something live on the channel. So that there's Hannah, look.
Whenever they get in water.
Hannah's live. And what's pretty weird about this is I'm in here watching and actually chatting. And then check this out. Let's go out here. Hi.
Hi.
So this is kind of weird, guys, but let's switch to full screen. How do we do that?
2.
So we're live right now. So chat, everybody say hello to tomorrow's episode. Just everybody say hi so that we can show that we're live. Hannah's playing Animal Crossing. How do you like it?
It's fun. There's a dead bird on my shore.
Oh, that's right. Donald Duck. You got him back alive, though.
Yeah, he was snoozing.
So this is what we do every Tuesday. If you haven't ever came by one of our live streams, put it on your calendar for Tuesday. We used to do it at a set time, but we're kind of experimenting with like later times and stuff now. But if you want to see Hannah play some Animal Crossing, definitely subscribe for that, because we'll be doing a little bit more of it. So explain to me what you're doing right now.
I am chatting with the people on my island. There's like 4 people on my island.
Dope. So who are these people?
This is...
You have 3 friends?
I have 3 friends. This one is Dan. No, wait. Yes. Dan, AJ. Solara's over here somewhere. I don't know where he went.
A friend of ours from Phoenix, a friend of ours from college, and then who's the third person? A friend from here, a friend from college.
And your brother.
And then my brother. Couldn't remember who my brother was. Look, Lady Foxfire says, hello, tomorrow's vlog. Lol.
Yay!
All right, well, cool. So this is what we do on Tuesdays. Hit the subscribe button for that and turn your notifications on so that when Hannah goes live next time, you can come hang out.
That's so great. So I guess that if you're more of a seasoned player, you get to have really cool costumes and everything, and I'm very excited for that to happen.
Look at this. Ruben says, multitasking Tindo, lol. Look at those blue shorts. They're jealous of how pretty my legs are on these short shorts. Look, they're short. They're short. So I'm going to go do something kind of silly right now. I'm going to sneak out the door and go get Taco Bell, because I'm not going to go cook in the kitchen while Hannah's streaming, because literally our computer's right next to the kitchen. It wouldn't really work out well. And Hannah's been like craving Taco Bell, so I'm going to go get her some and sneak it back in while she's on stream and be like, boom, Taco Bell stream. Let's go. Let's sneak out. I don't think she's...
Oh. So I guess because I hit them and...
Swear she didn't even look up. Swear she didn't even know I was walking by. She's playing that game so hard. All right, look, sun's going down. We got like probably 10 more minutes of daylight, really. I mean, really not. It's almost dark. But let's go to Taco Bell. Let's go get, she likes those cinnamon twist things. So I'm gonna go get some and just like make it rain like 3 cinnamon twists. See how she likes that. So I'm sitting in the Taco Bell drive-thru. Hannah's on the dash, and the line is incredibly long. We're gonna be here for a minute. All right, we're next, so I gotta turn Hannah off. Hannah, be quiet, all right? I'm trying to get you food. I'm trying to bring you sustenance.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good, things track more. Can I get for you today?
Make it the triple loop and not the regular ones. Yeah. One of these was supposed to be a freeze. All right, I got it. I got the Taco Bell. Let's go surprise Hannah. I've got a surprise.
You have brought me delicious sustenance.
I brought you Taco Bell, and I brought you your favorites, Twisties.
The only reason I go to Taco Bell.
For the Twisties?
Yes.
All right, now back to your regularly scheduled programming. All right, guys, here's what we're gonna do to wrap today's video up. I'm gonna show you guys my PSP collection. We're gonna just kind of take a stroll through it and talk about a bunch of it. And I'm doing that because I've slowly been working through my collection and just showing it off piece by piece and asking you guys what you want to see next. And last time someone suggested that I do my PSP collection. So we're gonna do that, and I'm pretty excited to do it because the PSP is one of my favorite things to collect for. Now, I don't have too many crazy gems in my PSP collection, but I've got a lot of things that I'm really excited to be able to say that I found at the thrift store. But to start off my PSP collection, let's check out my one and only PSP. It was one of the earliest finds here on my channel. I was only posting daily videos for about 2 or 3 weeks when I went to the Phoenix Game On Expo, and I bought this bad boy for like 20 bucks. Had a $30 price tag on it. And I asked the guy if he'd take 20. He said yes. And he said yes. You're not going to be able to see it. But he said yes because there was a little rough, a little scratch on the screen. That was it. And I'll tell you what's funny about the thing. Before we started doing this regularly on the channel, I did a lot of traveling. And there was a few times that while I was traveling, I had that in my bag. And there's always TSA agents everywhere I go going, is that a blue PSP? I can't believe that. I've never seen one of those. And I just always think it's funny because, like, without fail, I go to the airport, somebody's like, oh, blue PSP. So that's my only PSP. All of these PSP games, I think, maybe 1 or 2 I've traded for at a game store, but even then I can't think of any that I have. So all these PSP games and all my PSP games I'm about to show you, I got at the thrift store. The only thing from my PSP collection that I didn't get from the thrift store is the PSP itself. And the reason I don't have more PSPs is because they don't show up at the thrift stores very much. So let's go ahead and jump into the PSP collection and just kind of talk about it. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to PSP games, or collecting for the PSP specifically, because I don't just collect the games. Let me get this bit of this first row off. I'll show you what else I collect. I collect UMDs, baby. And I've probably got more UMDs than I have movies, I think. And we're not going to go through all these UMDs one by one. And I don't know why I'm so obsessed with collecting these UMDs, because they're not worth much. It's not really fun to watch them on the little screen. But there's something about that period that the PSP was new, and the thought that you could roll around with movies like this. My little brother had a PSP. I never actually had one back in the day. My little brother had one and took it everywhere, and I remember him having the Jackass movie. We'd be on a car ride, and I would just sit behind him in the seat behind him and look over his shoulder, and we'd watch Jackass for the 6,000th time on the PSP. So, I don't know. I love my little brother, and I love memories of us gaming together, because honestly, I can't think of too many gaming memories growing up that it wasn't me and him. And PSP was definitely at the end of that era. We weren't so much gaming together anymore. He was, you know, I was in high school and about to get out of high school, and he was probably in middle school, and he had a PSP, and I'm super nostalgic for it. So this has been one of my favorite things to collect since we started this channel, and I'm kind of just getting everything down from there, sorting it out to show you. Here's the last of the games, and then these should all be PSP UMDs. I haven't really counted how many UMDs I have. I actually don't even have them sorted into a spreadsheet yet. So I probably have quite a few doubles here for UMDs. But just in case there's someone watching that doesn't know anything about the PSP, let's just show it off a little. You guys remember Lords of Dogtown? There's the UMD for it. And that is what the disc looks like. It's kind of outdated now, but back in the day when you pulled this little CD in a plastic case thing out, you were like, excuse me? What is that? And I still kind of marvel at it today. And it's just like a little tray. Honest to God, I haven't done this in a little while. You just pop it in there, close it, and this will play the movie. Or if it's a game, you put it in, you play the game. And to be honest with you, I wish I'd charged this before we did this. But to be honest with you, the screen is an unbelievable, beautiful little screen, especially for that era that it came out. It's just, it's beautiful. Last time I played it regularly was one of the last times I traveled. There is a Dynasty Warriors game in here. I'm sure we'll come across it. Last time I traveled, I played the heck out of that Dynasty Warriors game. But I'm hoping someone right now is watching that's just, for whatever reason you're watching this and are not familiar with the PSP, and you just looked at this and went, what? What voodoo science is that? I thought it was weird when I first saw it when we were younger. All right, so again, those are all movies. And it's a little bit more than half of them. And I don't think we need to go through them. Well, you know what? There's one. There's one in here that's rare. Here it is right here. This is really the only valuable one I have. And I got really lucky when I got this because this was pretty early in our regular posting of videos too. And to be honest with you, oh man, I was super green. It was really during the time on this channel where I would come across stuff and then it'd be the next day when I post the video, or heaven forbid, a few days after I posted the video, when someone would just kind of catch a corner of the screen and say, oh my God, there was a really rare game and you missed it. Of course, I didn't know because I was really out of gaming for such a long period of time and such a specific period of time that, you know, I wouldn't see stuff. And at that time, I wasn't really taking the time to dig through games like I tend to now. So what I actually did, this was right after we started our Discord, and I posted a picture of some of the games I was looking at the Discord while I was in the thrift store, and somebody commented and was like, oh my God, I can't believe you found Halloween on the PSP UMD. And so I Googled it, of course, and it's pretty hard to find UMD. So I snatched that up real quick at that point. Thank the good Lord for the guys over on the Discord. They've helped me out a few times. Speaking of which, if you haven't joined our Discord already, it's a pretty good place to go ask some questions. There's a huge number of people over there that are into various types of collecting, and sometimes if I'm stumped on something, I'll go drop a question over there, and those guys will help. And our community Discord is a good place. Go join it if you haven't already. So that's it for the UMDs. We don't need to talk about the rest. I mean, what do you want? Just, it is so funny too, all the movies that are on here. You should just be able to look at this, The Bourne Identity, Amityville Horror, SWAT, Lords of Dogtown, Crash, and you know, all that is Gone in 60 Seconds. This is a very specific time for movies. And just again, flipping through that like that makes me pretty nostalgic for it. So let's just run through all the games. It's not many, but there's some stuff here that I'm super happy to have. And there's some rather unique things in here too, and we'll talk about them when we get to them. Monster Hunter Freedom, I'm pretty sure this is something that one of you guys sent me for one of our mail time videos. This is one of the most recent games I picked up, Loco Roco. A little puzzle game of some sorts. I actually really want to put that one in, but I haven't yet. A game me and my little brother, speaking of which, we played the PS2 versions of this ceaselessly when we were kids. I mean, so much. Sports games, no biggie. Hannah and I picked this one up on one of our road trips, and I haven't played it yet. Star Wars Battlefront Elite Squadron. I want to play it. I would be interested to know how it differs from the PlayStation 2 ones, but haven't got around to playing it yet. I don't play a lot of handheld stuff lately anyways, so there's a lot of stuff in this stack that's just waiting for me to come around and play it. Shrek Smash and Crash Racing, that'd be a lot of fun, I think. That looks like something Hannah would like. Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops, pretty awesome. Whenever I did pick this one up, I remember a lot of you guys saying that's a really good one and I should play it, so that's on the top of the PSP pile. Something that gets confusing sometimes, like that's the cover of the DVD too. So I always look at this and think that's a UMD, but it's not. It's a game. Cars, Naruto. I'm just checking to see if there's a playing card in there. These usually come with a playing card, or not usually, but the PS2's games, some of them do. There's not, but there's a Naruto game I picked up recently. Ghostbusters. That was an early pickup. That was one of the first PSP games I bought. Thrillville. This has got to be the most common PSP game. I see it every day at the thrift store. Castlevania, the Dracula X Chronicles. Our friend in New York sent us that one, and man, is that cover art beautiful. That's probably, I don't keep up with the value of these things very much, but I can't imagine that's not one of the more uncommon games that I have. A couple Hot Shots games, one tennis, one golf. Again, those are super common. See them all the time. Exit, whatever that is. This was something I was very excited to find at the time. It's got an orange sticker on it right now that says $9.29. I remember the day that I got this because it was an orange sticker day at the thrift store, so I got that half off. Very excited. Very excited to have a sealed dual pack for my PSP collection. Jak and Daxter. I would say the games I'm excited to play the most here in this pile are the platformers. So Jak and Daxter, The Lost Frontier. I bet you that's dope. Bet you it's super dope. It almost looks like maybe it's like a flying game. It's probably a platformer with some extra driving around. But I tell you what's funny, it's gonna be a little bit difficult to see, but there's a strip of specific tape on the front of that. That means that I picked this up at one of mine and Hannah's favorite thrift stores. It's a little place here in town called, what's it called? Mesa Thrift?
Yes.
Mesa Thrift. And get all my best finds there. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Cars, lol. Pirates of the Caribbean, and then there's that Dynasty Warriors game. It's really the game I've played the most on the PSP. It's exactly what you think it is. Hack and slash, baby. Hack and slash. SOCOM, blah, blah, blah. Rainbow Islands, Star Ocean. I don't know anything about that. Sports. And then here's another one that I got sent, and I think this is actually not in English. Maybe you can play it in English, but Blade Dancer, let's go. What a beautiful looking game. RPG, I believe. Another foreign copy of a game, Monster Hunter 3, portable, very nice. Rainbow Six, and this is awesome. The Secret Saturdays. I don't know if many of you are going to remember that cartoon. It didn't really have a very long life, but I came to know what this game was because of that staff that he's holding right here. I actually found a really nice replica toy of that once and had to do a lot of Googling to find out what it was. Came across the cartoon and actually watched some of it. Lumens, puzzle game, sportsies, hockeys. And this game's funny because when I picked it up, I thought also it was a UMD because it has the DVD cover on it, but that is a game. That is a game. If you don't know, you can tell the difference between a PSP game and UMD because the games will say PSP and the movies say UMD. So there's that. Ratchet and Clank, Size Matters, good one. Another one my little brother and I played the crap out of. MX vs. ATV, sports. Tony Hawk, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, love that one. And another Metal Gear Solid game. I did not realize I had so many. Metal Gear Solid Acid, I think someone gave me that one too. Daxter, I was very happy when I picked this up. I actually saw this laying around forever in a local game store here, Zia Records, and just never picked it up. But really wanted it. And then Hannah, I think, found it in a bins in St. Louis when we were traveling on the road. Sports and poker. Don't need to know anything about that. Hot Shots Golf. More Hot Shots. I need to make sure that's not a double. I don't think it is. Open T. Hot Shots Golf. Open T. Ridge Racer on the PSP. That's awesome. Logan's Shadow. Look at that. Can you see it has my name on it? I guess they put my name on it in the lockbox. We're going to hold off on those two. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Game, not movie. Thrillville. Is that a Different one or the same one? Again, probably doubles. Secret Agent Clank. It's a little platformer where you play just as Clank and not Ratchet and Clank. Pretty dope. I found another UMD video. That was one of my more recent pickups. Dawn of the Dead. Ratchet and Clank, Size Matters. Mercury, puzzle game. Buzz, Sports. Yes, please. That was a pretty early pickup for the PSP as well. Kingdom Hearts, Hannah's favorite. A greatest hits edition of the same Clank game that I just showed you. Wrestling, golf, no biggie. Now let's talk about these last three. I mean, there's not a lot to talk about here. I picked this up recently too at that same little Mesa thrift store I just told you about. But Sonic Rivals, pretty cool. I have not played that yet, but I'm going to. That's probably second on the pile of these games I need to play. Now, let's talk about these last two. These are actually a really recent pickup, so a lot of you guys are probably going to remember me having picked these up. Right before we did this, I looked at the statistics on my collector app to see what was my most rare game or most valuable game. And on here, it says that Castlevania game I showed you, so that's right. And then my second most valuable game, according to this, is this Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's see, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Tag Force 4. It would be second in value behind that Castlevania game, but I haven't really figured this out yet. It seems kind of difficult to find exactly what it is, but it's actually Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force 3. As far as I can tell online, that goes for quite a bit. I remember looking it up when I found it because it had a $20 price tag on it in the thrift store, and I was like, well, I'm not paying $20 for games. And I sat there and looked it up and realized it was worth a bit more. So I picked it up, and I love Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm very happy to have it. But those two games alone, those Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, for whatever reason, are the more valuable part of this collection. Again, there's a few PSP games out there that are worth quite a bit more. But as much as I love the PSP, I'm just not going to go to the game store and trade too much value in for them or spend too much on them. So for a long time to come, I think the rarer parts of my PSP collection are going to be like this. They're just going to be stuff that I somehow luck out and happen upon at the thrift store. But that's it, guys. That is my entire PSP collection. I don't know if you've noticed, but as I go through and show you guys my collections this time around, I'm just kind of going like from the smallest to largest. So we started with some of my smaller collections. Now, we did do my Wii, which is bigger than this. I am going a little out of order, but it's just like, to be honest with you, I'm dreading doing this PS2 collection because it's all these shelves, right? Just really don't feel like doing that. But I will eventually. I will get to it. What I kind of figured I would do is once a year, I'll do this again. Like once this is over and we get into next year and I'll do next year's beginning of the year game room tour, I'll just start over and do it all again, right? And we can just kind of have those timestamps of my collection as this channel goes on throughout the future. How does that sound? Comment below. Do you like that idea? Yearly dives into my collection. And also comment below, what do you want to see next? I'm getting a lot of PS2 comments. A lot of you guys are asking me to do PS2. And we're going to do it. It's going to be like a whole video or something because it's like 600 games or so. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate you hanging out with us as always. And thanks, super big thanks to you guys that came by for Hannah's first Hannah's first solo stream. She played some Animal Crossing. We figured it'd be something good to play because so many of you guys have commented both below our videos as well as over in our Discord to tell us that you're playing Animal Crossing and to tell us that we should play it. So we figured it'd be a good idea for a live stream, and it was. We had quite a few more viewers than we expected, and it was a good time. So we're going to do some more Animal Cross streaming really soon. What's the game called? Animal Crossing. I called it Animal Cross. I was like, what am I thinking of? We're going to do some more Animal Crossing. That's why it was. It's hard to say Animal Crossing streaming. It sounds wrong, doesn't it? That's why I said Animal Cross streaming. We're going to stream it some more coming up. Hannah's going to kind of take the lead on that. And we're quite possibly going to do some manner of community involvement. So if you'd like to play Animal Crossing with us on stream, go join our Discord. Because if we do this, if and when we do this, it'll definitely be coordinated in one way or another over on our Discord. So the link for that's below. Go join the Discord. Also, before you get out of here, Tindo'sTrash.com. You hear me talk about it every video. Showed you some stuff back at the beginning of this video that you could check out over there. And go check it out. If you haven't seen our website already, just go put your eyeballs on it. The traffic helps. Even if you're not going to buy anything, just giving me some traffic helps me kind of get boosted in search results. So I would appreciate it if you go put your eyeballs on it. And then the last couple things before we get out of here, guys, pretty please hit the subscribe button. We just hit 1,700 subs today as of watching this, and I can't thank you guys enough. We're so close to 2,000. Every sub closer we get to 2,000 subs, I'm just like, I can't believe it was surprising how fast we got to 1,000, but we're like tripling the time it takes to get to 2. So thanks for that. Every one of you that have subscribed so far, you rock. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, you can rock too. Just hit the subscribe button. And guys, if you are subscribed, hit the notification bell so that tomorrow you'll get that little ding. Nintendo's posted a new video. And you come back then, and you can hang out with us then. And until then, guys, PSP out. Peace out. I don't know. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying.